Hello, everybody. It's me, Carmine DeStefano, your bookman. And I can't say that I just finished Star Fox on the Switch 2 because I don't think you can ever finish Star Fox on the Switch 2. Even though the campaigns themselves can take between 40 minutes to an hour or so, depending on your skill level and the difficulty of the path that you've taken and everything, ultimately you still have the online stuff, you still have the personal trials and what have you, you still have the couch co-op that you can get involved in. There are so many features in this game. So what did I think of it? It's the best game I played this year. Now, for me, this is the competition. Resident Evil Requiem, which I loved. Pragmata, which was okay. And Tales of Arise, which sucks ass. So it's not as if it's up against stiff competition, but there was something else that I've played throughout the course of this year so far, with much more to come. And yes, you could say, well, you're telling me it's the best game because you're a Nintendo type and it's a Nintendo game. There's a reason why I'm a Nintendo type, and this is the reason. Now, first off, look at this game. It's incredible. The graphics are immaculate. The textures, everything, the smoothness of it, the accuracy in your shots, the controls, everything about it runs as perfect as you would need in a third-person shooter, or you can turn it into a first-person shooter, a space, flight, dogfight simulator, whatever you want this to be and act as, everything that Nintendo has produced for you is there to make it as close to an accurate experience as you can get. So, in other words, the frustrating part about this game for somebody like me is you can't blame anybody else but yourself if you don't do well, because it's not cheesy. The enemies, more or less, unless you're fighting Starwolf, go down relatively easily. You do have ways to power up your R-Wing or Landmaster or whatever else. I never went to Aquans, so I never played as the sub, but I pretty much went through the majority of the maps. I don't believe I finished the medium difficulty pathway. And just the fact that because Nintendo is the best gaming company by far, there's nobody even close, they give you alternate paths and they tell you how to find these alternate paths. They also have medals based on achievements that they tell you, and they give you the opportunity to play areas over during your campaign. You can restart the mission while you're playing through it. You can restart from a checkpoint in case, like for instance on this map here, there's a means to get to an alternate path that requires you to shoot rail locks. The checkpoint is right before the first one. So if you want to take that alternate path like I did, you can just go back to the checkpoint, which is right before all the locks are available to you to shoot down and get to that next point. The challenge, as I mentioned, is very balanced and fair for the most part. Now, there are times when the enemy is on your ass and you can't shake them, and you do have to save your teammates, especially Slippy, all the time, multiple times, in very many different ways, while you're trying to pay attention to what's happening before you. That's not the crux of the challenge, because you could just tell them to go fuck themselves and you could go about your business and you'll still be able to go through the maps. But there are achievements and there are alternate paths that do require all your wingmen to finish the map with you. So that's something you want to take into consideration. Also, if you don't have Slippy, you don't have the boss fight, shield, or health meter, which makes things a little bit difficult. So I'm not really a Star Fox guy, but now this game has made me want another Star Fox. And I said this to myself, and maybe even on one of my streams, when Nintendo announced the Switch 2, and that it was, whether you want to admit it or not, a fully capable docked home console and a fully capable portable that's either as strong or stronger than most of the consoles, handheld or otherwise, that are out there now, as you can see with this game. It amazes me how Nintendo can get so much out of a Star Fox game. And the graphical production, the look itself, as I've mentioned before, look at all the beautiful colors, all the different graphics, right? Everything about this makes it one of the best looking games I've played all year as well. Because a lot of the games that have been ported to the Switch 2, although some do a good job like Capcom, The games themselves are just monochromatic and ugly. And I'm tired of that fucking realism bullshit. I'm just sick of it. That kind of interactive visual media wannabe movie crap is one of the reasons why Sony and Microsoft are virtually going bankrupt. And I don't want to get into this with this review because I've got another game that I have to review sometime hopefully before I'm dead, because it's one of these games that has to consume your life just so that you can get through the stupid ass interactive storyline. But I don't want to get into this now. However, I can say that the story, movie, bullshit type video game with all the realism and ever, that's dying. And I hope it dies quick, because this is what a video game needs to be. It doesn't have to take you more than an hour, and it can take you 400 if you choose. You can play this game all the time, every day. You can put it on for a couple of minutes a day. You can do whatever you want with this title, like most Nintendo titles. You don't have to spend at least 40 hours of your busy schedule trying to get through the stupid-ass storyline that is mostly cutscenes that don't go anywhere. This one, you get about a minute or so to tell you where you're going and why you're getting there. And that's all a video game cutscene needs to be. Maybe an endgame celebratory congratulations on achieving the goals in the game to finish it completely, which I still didn't do with this one. But you don't need to spend 40 minutes every 5 minutes of gameplay to listen to a bunch of people yap about the same dumb shit, trying to moralize with you like video games in the AAA space tend to do now. It is fun, it is quick, it can take you the rest of your life. Or you can play it for a few hours here and there and still have a ball. I definitely suggest this game. It has enough of a challenge for even the most hardened, hardcore, I gotta die 1,000 times or it's not challenging enough for me type so-called gamers, or young people that just want to have a nice time and feel like they've gone through some kind of power fantasy or whatever. You can do as you please, and that is the beauty of this Star Fox game. It doesn't have to take too long, or it could take you forever. As you can see, like right here, it tells you what you need to achieve in order to get through all 3 different pathways: easy, medium, and hard. So I, as I said, suggest this for anybody who wants a break from the ridiculous Sony, Microsoft, third-party BS titles like your Silent Hills or your Metal Gear Solids or your Spider-Mans or whatever else has been overrated for so many years and has led to this point where we are now, where Nintendo is once again ruling the roost and everyone else is eating shit. I couldn't be happier, because that means we would get more games like this popularized, which is what the video game industry needs to be. So as I said, love the game. Star Fox was great. I wasn't expecting to be this into it, but I want to stream it. I want to get through all these different, you see all these different dark planets here and areas? I want to get through all of those. I want to scream and yell like a lunatic. I want to have a grand old time with it, because that's what you're going to do when you play Star Fox. You're going to enjoy yourself. I thank you all for watching. More for you soon to come. Stay tuned, take care, and have a great day.